Hello. This is a bonus episode of the Good Vibes Collective video series. It's not one of the weekly ones, so it is a little different. It doesn't have slides to go with it. I've not done research behind it or anything. This one is from the heart. This one is raw and honest and hopefully empowering for anybody that's going through something that I went through a couple of years ago. So I wanted to talk to you all a little bit about how I rebuilt my mindset, rebuilt my business after everything that I built was ripped away from me through no fault of my own. So like, the world completely shifted underneath my feet. Everything that I'd got planned, everything that I thought was how life was going to be, completely changed. And if you're feeling that way, because I know there are companies that are going through similar to what I went through 2 years ago. And in particular, the company that I went through it with 2 years ago, there's more that's happened with that company in recent days and weeks. So I know there are a lot of people that are feeling the way that I felt 2 years ago, but I'm here to kind of tell you that you can get through it. You will get through it, and you've got this. So a little bit of backstory then. So I'm going to take you back. So 20 years ago tomorrow, in fact, I joined a network marketing business. It was, for me at the beginning, it was a hobby. It was just a little bit of extra money for me each week for night sales and things like that. But I was with them for 18 years, and over those 18 years, it became a business. It became my livelihood. It was my career. It was part of my identity. People knew me for that company and what I did with that company. I absolutely loved it. I believed in the products. I was there for my team, built a massive team. We held events. I earned loads of rewards. I earned holidays, vouchers, cash bonuses. And like I say, I built my entire life around it. It gave me confidence. So I am grateful to that company for the confidence that it gave me, and also for the friendships that it gave me as well. The community that was built around it and the friendships that I've made from it. I am eternally grateful for that. I've got other people building theirs as well. It was fantastic. It wasn't perfect, but no companies are. But it was mine. It was my business. I had big goals in there, but then one day everything changed. So you may have seen some posts that I've put on Facebook. If you're friends with me on Facebook, we had a call. Some of the leaders within the business had a call 2 years ago, a few weeks back, to say that some changes were being made to the career plan, but it wasn't going to affect many leaders. It was a very small impact on people within the business, and we were not to worry. But we came off the call and we were not feeling very, we were feeling very uneasy about it. And we were right to feel uneasy, it turned out, because the small minority of people that it was going to affect were us, the ones that have been called onto that original call. So they shifted directions completely. The company did. They put new structures in. They put new earning plans in, and basically my earnings changed drastically. It changed from earnings that I was using to pay my mortgage and pay my bills to next to nothing. And obviously can't live on nothing. You can't pay your bills on nothing. It was my career. It was everything that I built over nearly 20 years. And it was swept away by something that I'd got no control over, a decision that I didn't make. And it was like my business. A huge part of me had been ripped away overnight. I mean, we did have a bit of a couple of months of it's going to be happening in a couple of months' time. It's now's your chance to change things so that you don't lose out on any earnings. But there was no way that I could have built a business that had taken 18 years to build within the space of a couple of months in a different strategic direction. It just wouldn't have been possible. So absolutely gutted, and I didn't know what was going to happen next. I couldn't. The confusion was ridiculous. That had been my life for 18 years. And I felt kind of guilty as well, because I brought others along on that journey with me as well. They believed in me. They came along in that journey. I believed that journey was going to be forever. It turns out it wasn't. So I felt guilty that I'd brought them on that journey with me, although it wasn't my fault. Didn't know what to say to my team, really. Didn't know what to do next. And the doubt started creeping in then. Had I missed something? Should I have realised sooner, and all that sort of stuff? But I am a true believer that one of the sayings that I use quite regularly is everything will be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. So it was important to realise that that chapter was closing, but I needed to kind of open the next chapter. And I do say that you choose how you react. So life is 10% of what happens to you, but 90% of how you react to the things that happen to you. So I got the choice to kind of stay where I was, literally in bed, not wanting to get up, not wanting to do anything, or pull my big girl pants up and do something about it. And that's exactly what I did. So it wasn't the end for me, it was the beginning of something new. So I kind of had to look into different businesses. I knew that I loved network marketing, so I kind of wanted to stay within that field. But I'd got 18 years of experience and lessons in my back pocket. So what I could then do was build something with that knowledge and that wisdom. So I'd got that extra sort of trick up my sleeve, because I'd already got this knowledge from being in network marketing for 18 years. So it was a start again for me. I took some time to look around at different companies and reflect on what I really wanted. I wanted something that fit, and it was the right fit for me. So I wanted the right products. I wanted something that I would love using and sharing. I wanted the right company that had got integrity, that had got a good history, that kind of weren't going anywhere. I didn't want to be going somewhere that they were going to have the similar problems a few months later or anything like that. I also look for the right people to join with as well, because obviously with network marketing companies, there are lots of people that you can join with, but I wanted somebody that was a good fit with me. So we found our uplines, and we found a culture that matched our energy as well. So at the moment that it happened, it felt like it was the worst thing that could possibly happen, but I did realise it was one of the best things that could happen, because it gave me the opportunity to explore these new passions that I didn't really realise that I had. And I actually discovered that I quite like makeup and skincare, and I never thought that would be my thing. And sharing sort of selfies with my lipstick on and things like that, never thought that I would do anything like that. So joining Avon Cosmetics was the best thing that's happened to me. So losing the previous company and moving to this one, although at the time really, really scary, it's turned out all right in the end. But not only that, it's also given me the space to develop new ventures as well. So I was able to include the love for doggos, because I've obviously set up Positive Vibes Pet Care now as well, alongside Beauty and Beyond. I've got the health and lifestyle support as well that I'm doing through Healthy Vibes, and I've brought it all together under one umbrella, which is the Good Vibes Collective, which is where you are watching this now, because it's not a normal Zoom. This is just pre-recorded, going straight onto my YouTube channel. So the Good Vibes Collective is a space full of all of the things that I love, and I wouldn't have been able to do this in the previous company. I wouldn't have had the time, wouldn't have had the energy to do it. It brings everything together. So you've got people, you've got beauty, you've got pets, you've got well-being, you've got business. There's everything there in the Good Vibes Collective. So as you can see by the big grin on my face, it was definitely a good thing. Although 2 years ago, I thought it was the worst thing ever, and I've lost 18 years of my life. So if you are going through anything like that now, whether you are with that same company, I'm not going to mention the name of the company, but if you are with that company and you are totally lost and you want to speak to anybody who was in that situation, feel free to reach out to me. If it's okay to be uncertain about what you want to do. It's okay to do some research into different companies, but the main thing I want you to tell yourself on a daily basis is that you've got this and you're going to survive it and you're going to grow from it. And you're not starting from zero, you're starting from experience and from wisdom. And that is massive. It's not the end of your story. It really isn't. So it's just a bit of a plot twist in the story, and you get to build again if you want to continue in network marketing or in a different business as well, because you still use that experience that you've gained in a company that potentially isn't going to be there or has changed direction. But you can start again. I promise you can, because I did it 2 years ago. So, like I say, it's led me to creating the Good Vibes Collective. And I've realised that my potential now is even bigger than it was from that 18-year-old business that I've built, because I've rebuilt myself in the process as well. I've let go of things that are no longer serving me, and I've chosen something that really fits with me, whether you think of that as the Avon Cosmetics side of it or the dog sitting and the dog boarding. It all kind of fits with me, or it's me. Every bit of it is a little bit of me. So there is a space for you at Avon Cosmetics if you are interested. Feel free to drop me a message and ask me any questions. This is not a recruiting bid. It's just me saying that there is a space if you want a space. So if life has thrown you a curveball, if your plan has crumbled, if your direction has got to change and you've got no say over it, you're standing in the middle of the wreckage and wondering, what bloody hell do I do now? Just remind yourself regularly that you are not broken. It's not the end of the world. You're just being redirected to something better. So take a breath, feel the fear, and then take that first small step forward to whatever it is you want to do to rebuild your future. It can be the best thing that's ever happened to you. It could feel like the world has ended right now, but I promise you it hasn't. Hopefully that has given you a little bit of inspiration and a little bit of reassurance that although it feels like the world is over for you because your plan isn't going in the direction that you thought it would, it's not, I promise. Thanks for listening. I would love to hear your comeback stories. Promise you, you've got this. Bye for now.